What is up? We're back. We're doing some more editing for Chefy things, guys. So, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. If you're already in here, if you're going to show up, if you watch this later, I appreciate you watching. So yeah, let's freaking rock and roll, man. Hold on. Gotta get my streams up. Gotta make sure I can see everybody's chat and all that good stuff. All right. I gotta share it, obviously. Boom. Something went wrong. Everything good? There we go. No. What is going on? There we go. Wait, hold on. I need to go to. It says I was live. Guys, am I still live? Yeah, we're good? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Bam. Oh man. All right. So I am live. What up, chat? Everybody's in chat. Let's see. Yo, what up, YouTube chat? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I am trying to get everything set up on my end. There we go. Bam. If you're in chat, say what's up. All right, we're back doing some streaming.
Slightly damp hands are your friend here. And you need to let this rest for just a little bit, just in case. And you need to let this rest for just a little bit, just in case we reactivate any gluten. But as I wait,
Yo, what up, YouTube chat? How is everyone doing today? Doing some video editing right now.
You need to let this rest for just a little bit, just in case we reactivate any gluten. But as I wait, I'm going to take and use my handy dandy flour. As I wait,
Got some of this out right here.
I'm going to take and use my handy dandy.
Yo, what up, YouTube chat? Hey, just to let everybody know, I am editing for a channel called Chefy Things, and she is a baker and a professional chef. And she's actually my wife, but I run the channel. I produce her content and everything like that. But if everyone could go, I mean, I appreciate y'all being in the chat, but if y'all get a chance, go like and sub on her channel, Chefy Things with a Y. I'd appreciate it. thank y'all for the love and the likes, and that means a lot. Appreciate y'all very much. Yes.
But as I wait, I'm gonna take and use my handy dandy. I'm gonna take and use my handy dandy flour.
Appreciate y'all y'all being in here. Appreciate y'all being in here. Sorry, I can't speak. What is math? I mean, what is math? What is English? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Dandy dandy flour. Dandy flour. I'm gonna take and use my. I'm gonna take and use.
How's everyone doing today? What up, Facebook chat? What's up, YouTube chat? How's everyone doing?
I'm gonna take and use my handy.
Appreciate y'all stopping by the stream, guys. Man, my hair is kind of crazy right now. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
But as I wait, I'm gonna take and use my handy dandy flour sifter to dust the surface with some flour.
Part cut that right there. Yeah, where y'all tuning in from? Drop a comment. Let's get to know each other, guys. What is up? Y'all here to learn some cooking or baking?
Flour. Also, the great part about
So right there, I'm making it a little bit softer of a transition between audio because, man, in Premiere for some reason they love to whenever you make a hard cut, you can almost hear a pop, and it's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? So
also the great part about this is that you can make the dough ahead of time and actually let
what up,
it
chat? Appreciate y'all being here,
ferment in your refrigerator overnight.
bro. Look at that dough. I mean, honestly,
Ferment
look at this. This.
refrigerator
Oh
overnight.
yeah.
Time and actually let it ferment in your refrigerator overnight. This dough is easier to work with whenever it's chilled slightly, as it is not quite as sticky.
Not quite a sticker. Yeah, what's up? What's everyone up to? Appreciate y'all being in chat. There's 12 of y'all in here right now. That means so much. Appreciate y'all. That means a lot. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I've been working on this video for the past couple of hours, and yeah, been trying to stream. I'm trying to stream more, so editing while streaming. You know, any content's good content, and it's fun to kind of sit here and hang out on stream and edit on stream too. You know.
Is not quite as sticky. So I can get as much as I can, so we can have every last bit of cinnamon roll. Take and get.
Looking over here. Oh, sorry. Scratch my eyeball for a second.
Take and get as much as I can. Sticky. Take and get as much as I can. As much as I can, so we can have every last bit of cinnamon roll.
That's
And
right.
today, just as much as I can, so we can have every last bit of cinnamon roll. And today, just to kind of tie in the holiday spirit, if you didn't notice, there's a few food decorations here in the kitchen. Our
There we go. Yo, chat. Make sure to drop a like, drop a sub if you're still here with me. Oh, dude. As soon as I said it, there was another like added. Much love. Appreciate you. Look, that's already more likes than I got on my live stream. Like, that's you're goaded.
just to kind of tie in the holiday spirit, if you didn't notice, there's
On me. Dude, I don't know what is up with this.
notice there's a few food decorations here in the kitchen. Our Christmas tree is food and pop culture. Our Christmas tree is food and pop culture.
Yeah, it is.
There's no cutesy theme to it.
There's no cutesy theme around here.
There's no cutesy theme to it.
Yo, what's up, chat? Appreciate y'all swinging in.
Theme to it. To it.
We're editing some Chefy things. It's a cooking and baking channel.
There's no cutesy theme to it. There's no cutesy theme.
Cutesy. There's no cutesy theme to it.
Cutesy theme to it.
This is my wife, by the way, so don't think I'm just like crapping on a content creator. Okay. I'm not crapping on her either, but you know what I'm saying. It's fine. It's fine. I can.
There's no.
I can make fun of her a little bit. You know what I mean? Saul, what's up? Yo, what's up, Facebook? How's everyone doing? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Okay.
In pop culture, there's no
Hello. How are you doing today?
There's no cutesy theme to it. There's no cutesy theme to it.
Let's
So
see.
I'm gonna take. Let's see. Find a pretty side. Find a pretty side.
How's everyone doing today? YouTube chat. Yo, is that five? We're up to 5 likes right now on YouTube. Guys, you're too good. You're too good to me. Appreciate y'all very much.
Let's see. Into it. So I'm gonna take. Find a pretty.
See if I can figure this cut out here.
So I'm gonna.
See, gotta make the audio transition nice.
So I'm gonna take. Find a pretty.
Oh, I need to put that back on.
Take. Find a pretty. Take. Find a pretty side. I'm going to stretch it out with my hands right now to get a rough shape of a rectangle. When in doubt, right now to get a rough shape of a rectangle. When in doubt, add more flour. Less likely to stick.
What's up, YouTube chat? How's everyone doing today?
And the goal is we're looking for our dough to be about a half of a stick.
Break it about this much of that.
And the goal is we're looking for our dough to be about a half of an inch.
Hope everyone's doing
which we already have
doing well today. Having a
so
wonderful day so far.
I'm actually going to fold this over.
We out here grinding, you know.
The goal is we're looking for our dough to be about a half of an inch thick, which we already have that in some areas. So we have to be, I'm actually going to fold this over. If an area starts to get too thin, if an area starts to get
Trying to cut down the length of the video basically as much as possible without losing any information and any quality.
This over. If an area starts to get too thin, go ahead and fold it over. Maybe allow your dough to rest if it starts to bounce back on you. And we're going to go ahead and begin rolling this out to roughly about a 20 by 15-inch rectangle. But the goal is we're just 20 by 15-inch rectangle. But the goal is we're just looking for about a half of an inch thick. Also, every once in a while during your process of rolling, make sure that you're moving your dough around. You don't have to lift it up. You don't have to lift it up. You don't always have to lift up your dough fully like I just go around. You don't have to lift it go around.
Yo, YouTube chat, appreciate y'all being here.
Dough around. You don't always go around. You don't always have to lift up your dough fully like I just did to move it around. But make sure it's not sticking to your surface.
Make sure. Yo, YouTube chat, what's up? Damn, there's so many of y'all in here right now. What's up? Doing some editing, guys. How's everyone doing today?
But make sure it's not sticking to your surface. So when you're rolling, roll half away and half to your surface. So when you're rolling, roll half away and half towards.
Yo, what's up, YouTube chat? How's everyone doing today? Where are y'all from? What's popping?
Rolling, roll half away and half towards.
Yo, right now I am editing a video for Chefy Things. She's a professional baker and chef, and her channel is Chefy Things with a Y. So make sure to go check it out. Give it some love. If you get an opportunity to get a chance to, would much appreciate it.
Half away.
We just hit 200 subs on YouTube, so we're super hyped about that.
And half towards. Even pressure. Take and come in. And half towards. Even pressure. Take and come in.
Also, please be sure to drop a like on the video on the live. I'd much appreciate it.
Dust the surface with a little more flour. I'm almost out. A little more flour.
Excuse me. My goodness. YouTube chat, appreciate y'all being here. Facebook chat, appreciate y'all being here. Let me know who's all here, man. What's everybody up to? Hope everyone's having a wonderful night.
Flour.
Or day. That's only 3 p.m. I don't know why I said night.
More flour. I'm almost out. Take and get some more.
We'll cut that.
For the holiday, I didn't. So for today's episode, half of this dough will be
Okay. Bam.
with a little more flour. So for today's
Just want to say thanks again for anybody and everybody who's in chat right now. Appreciate y'all.
So for today's episode, half of this dough will be rolled into a cinnamon roll like normal, but the other half I'm going to try making a cinnamon roll wreath, perfect for this holiday season.
That's right. Perfect. Perfect for the holiday season.
Perfect for this holiday season. Try and even out these little pieces right here. Ingredients are getting in the way. That's okay. And as you can see, there are some bubbles that are forming with our dough.
They're going to cut that. Hey, look, what are we at right now, actually? Look, I've cut 20 minutes out so far. I mean, I don't... It's kind of crazy. Sometimes you forget. I mean, look at that. I mean, sometimes you forget how much, stuff gets added or gets deleted in between these sessions,
a cinnamon roll like normal, but the other half I'm going to try making a cinnamon roll wreath, perfect for this holiday season. And and as and as you can see, there are some bubbles that are forming with our dough. So like little air bubble right there. Dough. So like little air.
Bam. Yo, what up, Facebook chat? Appreciate you being here.
So like little air bubble right there. You can always work with your hands as well to kind of get in, move some of it out if you
I'm gonna take that back.
need to.
I was trying my best to keep up with her hands, man. I was like,
It's a little thick right there, so I'm gonna dough, kind of get in, out if you need to. Move some of it out if you need to. A little thick right there, so a bit of gas. I was about to say, please don't include that in there. Yeah, that works. So we have our need to.
You already know I have to. I gotta be a little trolly, you know what I mean? Ah!
Alrighty, so we have.
Bam, bam, bam.
Alrighty, so we have our rectangle rolled out. Now I'm gonna go in with about 4 ounces of unsalted.
Yo, what up, YouTube chat? Appreciate you being here.
Alrighty, so we have.
Oh no. That's so sad. my poor Courtney. Uh, that's so bad. That's so funny. So my wife, who I'm editing this video for, she was making some rolls for Thanksgiving, and apparently one of the bags broke, and now it's dirty quite a few of them up. I mean, shit, bring it home. I'll eat it. Shit.
So we have our rectangle rolled out. Now I'm gonna go in with about. So we have our rectangle rolled out. Now I'm gonna go in
What Facebook
with
chat?
about 4 ounces of unsalted, very very soft butter.
Very soft.
Salted, very very soft butter. Going in with 4 ounces of very very soft unsalted butter. Very soft butter. Salted, very very soft of unsalted. Going in with about 4 ounces of rectangle rolled out. Now I'm gonna go in with about 4 ounces of unsalted.
What up, YouTube chat?
Very very soft butter. In with 4 ounces of very very soft. 4 ounces of very, very soft, unsalted butter. Go in with about 4 ounces of unsalted, very, very soft butter.
Perfect. That's what I needed right there. Yo, what up, YouTube chat?
Now I'm going to go ahead butter. Now I'm going to go ahead and before I put the filling on, I'm going to add and leave, before I put the butter on, I'm going to leave about a half to a quarter of an inch of a base for myself to make sure that whenever this is rolled up, it's got something to stick to. If we put the filling all the way to the edge, it will be harder for you to actually get that log rolled up and everything nice and sealed and secure. During that process. So now I'm going to take and get my butter. You could use melted, you up and everything nice and sealed and secure. You could use melted, you just have to be careful as I get my butter all the way to the edge. Zooms in on the stick of butter on the garland. All right, so now I'm going to take and spread this. Secure.
What up, YouTube chat?
Nice and sealed and secure. All right. Secure. All right, so now I'm going to take and spread this out. Get all the way to the edges. You can, if you want to be absolutely perfect, you can take and cut off the edges and cut off the edges and use those.
Excuse me.
All the way to the edges. All right, so now I'm going to take and spread this out. Get all the way to the edges.
I think I can cut a little time here.
Out. Get all the way to the edges. You can, if you want to be absolutely perfect, you can take and cut off the edges and use those for testers, or just go ahead and cut it and make it into one of the cinnamon rolls so there's no waste.
No waste, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and get all of this, keeping in mind that line that we created for ourselves. Something just satisfying about spreading butter. All right. So next up, we're going to go. So all right. One of the cinnamon rolls so there's no waste. So the cinnamon roll so there's no waste. So So next up, we're gonna go in with our sugar. So for this recipe, you can use brown sugar. You can use granulated sugar, or you can hit it with a combo, which is what I'm doing.
6 7 6 7.
So for this recipe, you can use brown sugar. You can use granulated sugar, or you can hit it with a combo, which is what I'm doing. So the brown sugar is gonna make it a little chewy, a little bit more of a molasses flavor. And I'm adding about an ounce of flavor. And I'm adding about an ounce of cinnamon. If you're not super huge on cinnamon, cut back on it. Remember, whatever your heart desires. These are just rough measurements. Also, with this, you could take and go in and add your favorite nut of choice. So also with this, you could take and go in and add your favorite nut of choice. So I've done some pecans in this. You could switch and maybe do like a Nutella filling, but of course we're making cinnamon rolls. Its name is in it, so we're going to use cinnamon for this. And you're just going to struggle in this very small bowl to get it mixed together. Get a larger bowl if you would like, or if it spills, I feel like that's a-okay. 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 And then whenever I say liberally, it spills, I feel like that's a-okay. And then whenever I say liberally sprinkle it on, liberally sprinkle it on. Whoop. No butter. All right. Move some of this out. Liberally sprinkle it on. Move some of this out. All right.
What up, YouTube chat? Appreciate you being here.
Get in there with your hands. Get in there with your hands. I mean, obviously, if you have any cuts on your hands, you need to wear gloves. Long fingernails, gloves. I have neither of those things, and nobody that I don't know. I have neither of those things, and nobody that I don't know is not going to eat this. I have clean hands. I promise. I promise. I washed them before we got started on this. Nobody that I don't know is not going to eat this.
What up, YouTube chat?
To eat this. Eat this. All right. Pushing all the way out. Remember, leave your little space. So as you can see, we have a very off. So as you can see, we have a very hearty and healthy coating of sugar, all in moderation. Please keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna take keep that in mind. I'm gonna rewash my hands, get set up and ready for the rolling and cutting process. realized the steak was in the. Okay, so I usually roll it up and cut it.
Yo, hold up, chat. I'll be back. In a roll? That's good. No, I can't tell that much. Sorry, chat. Let's say hello to the wife. Those are not the headphones I need. Hold on. All right. Let's keep it rolling. 1 for 39 minutes.
I usually roll it up in process. I usually roll it up and cut it, which is. I usually roll it up in process. I usually roll it up. In process. I usually. I process. I usually roll it up and cut it, which is normal, but my students actually tried it to where we but my students actually tried it to where cut the strips and then roll it up. Once again, so now I'm going to begin the rolling process and just do what I know. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Hands are
Yeah,
nice
what
and
up,
clean.
Facebook, YouTube chat?
Once
How's
again,
everyone
so
doing?
now I'm going to begin the rolling process. All right. Hands are nice and clean.
Hands are nice and clean.
We I usually roll it up and cut it, which is normal, but my students and cutting process. Hands are nice and clean.
Hands are nice and clean. Excuse me.
Cutting process. Hands are nice and clean. Hands are nice and clean. Cutting process. Hands are nice and clean. Hands are nice and clean. Once again, so now I'm going to begin the rolling process and cutting process. Hands are nice and clean. Once again, so now I'm going to begin the rolling process. Hands are nice and clean. Once again, so now I'm going to begin the rolling process. So I'm going to start on one end, rolling up. It'll try and untuck, but then you start coming back and rolling. This is very soothing. I think you should be over my shoulder for
All right.
and rolling. This is very soothing. Hello. Now
Hello.
I'm rolling up. It'll try and untuck, but then you start rolling. Hello. Untuck, then you swing back and rolling. Then you start untuck, but then you start coming back and rolling. This is very soothing.
Yeah, what up, YouTube chat? She said ASMR right now. What up, Facebook chat? How's everyone doing? Bam. Yo, who's here with me on Facebook? Oh, that's cool.
Soothing.
Um,
Okay. Give it a little tuck if you need to. Right there. So I added a little bit more. So I added a little bit more flour.
yeah, what up, YouTube chat? How's everyone doing? Doing some editing for a cooking and baking channel called Chefy Things right now. Go give them a like and a sub, all that
So
good
I added
stuff.
a little bit more flour as my dough got a little sticky and started to actually tear because it was so thin on this one end. That's okay. We'll go because it was so thin and started to actually tear because it was so thin on this one end. That's okay. We'll go with the flow on this. It's Christmas time. There's other things to worry about.
That's right.
So we're going to take and pinch it together, sealing that seam. So we're going to take and pinch it together. There's other things to worry about. So we're going to take and pinch it together, sealing that seam. And then I've dusted the surface of the top of this really nicely as I have it upside down. Trying to get flour out. As I have it upside down, trying to get flour out. Then I'm going to gently roll it over. And let's see, it still has flour in it. I'm going to hit the I'm gonna hit the top of this with a little more flour. More flour. More flour. Okay. There we go. Let's see. How long is this vlog? 12, 24, about 25 inches in length. All right. I'm gonna try and squeeze it just a little bit together so we have exactly 24. All right. I'm gonna try and squeeze it just a little bit together so we have exactly 24.
Okay. Sorry, I was checking my mic. Make sure my mic did not die on me. What up, YouTube chat?
So in theory, this is about 24 inches in length. So you could get 24 1-inch cinnamon rolls. We're gonna do it a little bit differently. Also, the thickness on your cinnamon roll comes down to your preference. If you want a super thick, extra fluffy, voluptuous, voluminous, bodacious cinnamon roll, fluffy, voluptuous, voluminous, bodacious, cinnamon roll. I would say about 1.5 to 2 inches. If you want something tiny and petite so you don't feel bad eating multiples, I would say 1 inch or less, give or take. So we're gonna cut those about 1.25 inches, which for me, I measured it, it's about 2 of my fingers right here. So I'll take and go through cutting that. There's multiple ways to cut it. Today, I'm using a serrated knife. You could also use
Yo, what up, YouTube
unflavored
chat?
floss.
Appreciate y'all being here.
This is not the time to go look and dig and find that free floss that you got from your dentist that you totally use.
Makes me laugh a little winky pie. You know what I'm saying?
Um, definitely not peppermint.
I need to put a winky sound effect.
Definitely not peppermint. Use. Definitely not peppermint. Definitely not cinnamon. So unflavored or just a serrated knife that we're gonna go
Oh,
with. So I'm gonna get this marked up. And then get these cut and onto the tray, and then I'll show you a demo on how to make the wreath. And this marked up,
what up, YouTube
and
chat?
then get these cut and onto the tray, and then I'll show you a demo on how to make the wreath.
Make the wreath. What's up, Facebook chat? Who's in here with me? Make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, drop a follow. Appreciate y'all.
If we want to cut this for a little bit while I figure. You did it 5 times. I went ahead and marked out my cinnamon roll cuts, and then I'm just going. So I went ahead and make the wreath. So I went ahead and marked out my cinnamon roll cuts, and then I'm just going.
Did I? No, that's not what I need. I need this one. I don't know if I got B-roll of her marking it. That's what I need. No. Ah, I did. Yay.
Make the wreath. So I went ahead and marked out my cinnamon roll cut. To make the wreath. So I went. So I went ahead and marked out my cinnamon roll cuts. Okay. And marked out my cinnamon roll cuts, and then I'm just going. So I went ahead. So I went ahead and marked out my cinnamon roll cuts, and then I'm just going in. Very gently, actually using the teeth of my serrated knife in a sawing motion to come through The teeth of my serrated knife, and I'm eating the teeth of my serrated. Of my serrated knife in a sawing motion to come through. In a sawing motion to in a sawing motion. Going in very gently, actually using the teeth of my serrated knife in a sawing motion to come through. Sawing motion to come through. And
Yo, what up,
just
YouTube
set
chat?
them to the side right now. Once I get all of these cut, I'll take and place them onto my trays. The floss is handy and quite dandy. I don't have any unflavored floss with me, but found and I've struggled with is super soft, which can make it a little bit harder to work with. So the knife or even a bench scrape, which if you've watched any previous videos of mine, I've discussed a bench scrape and all its glorious uses of it. So this end is getting cut right here. Cut through, which can make it a little bit harder to work with. So the knife or even a bench scrape floss is handy and quite dandy. I don't have any unflavored floss with me. My trays. And move the knife away. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on these two so I can my trays. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on these two so I can use this larger pan for my wreath. So I'm taking, and just to make sure it's nice and sealed, I'm gonna take and pull the seam, placing it down, placing it down, the seam, placing it down, and also the seam side I'm placing inwards. So if it decides at some point that it's gonna try and start to unravel, it's gonna unravel towards and inwards versus being outwards and looking. It's gonna unravel towards and inwards versus being outwards and looking like a tail. So you can put these close together. So you can put these close together. Tail. So you can put these close together. So you can put these close together or spread them out a little bit. Comes up to your preference. This could be baked in a 9x13 dish or some dish of your choice. Cute little holiday dish, which I need to put that on my wish list. I need a Christmas dish. Dishes. Go ahead and give them some space for growth. So we're gonna go ahead and put this right here as I work on the other cinnamon roll. Some space for growth. but I'm going to go ahead and give them some space.
Yeah, what up, YouTube chat?
So we're going to go ahead and put this right here as a on my wish list. So we're going to go ahead and put this right here. So we're going to go ahead and put this right here on my wish. I need to put which I need to put that on my wish list. Which I need to put dish, which I need to put that on my wish list. So we're going to go ahead and put this right here as I work on the other cinnamon roll wreath, and then from there it'll go back into the oven to where we allow them to proof. So setting these to the side.
What up, YouTube chat?
It'll go back into the oven to where we allow them to proof. Alright, so that gives me 14. So I'm going to do 1-inch slices instead.
There is still an hour. All right, yo, chat. I'm actually gonna call it right here. I kind of tired as far as stream wise. I need to stand up, do some walking around. So if you enjoyed the stream, please make sure to give it a like, hit the sub, hit the follow,